protein-rich food or beverage, such as milk or yogurt. Because the milk and yogurt have some protein in them, they'll complement and add to the protein we have in our Formula One shakes. And this is the time high-quality protein, easily absorbed, easily digested, gets into the body and begins the repair process. It's very, very important to assist athletes, as well as yourself if you're an athlete, in repairing and rejuvenating your body. Too often athletes don't spend enough time in this repair process, and this is where long-term fatigue and can lead you into injuries because you're constantly tired and you get sloppy playing your sport and injuries can occur. So we need to try to maintain a healthy body that has been able to repair itself, and that again is providing adequate protein. Now, as far as the different sports, we said again 1 gram per kilogram body weight for the average person. But with sports, again, post-exercise, we need to up that amount of protein intake. What we're looking at is for most ball sports. And when I say that, I mean, football, soccer, rugby, tennis, sports that stop and start, run up and down, have balls with them. On average, it's 1 to 1.25 grams per kilogram body weight. You're thinking, oh man, here she goes again. Okay, look at your hand and add about 1/3 more. So 1 hand and 1/3, there you go. That's the amount of high quality protein you want each day. For very demanding sports, such as bodybuilding and sports that require a large amount of muscle mass, as well as just the opposite type of sports, the long ultra-endurance sports, such as marathon running and triathlons. Those types of sports, even though they're dramatically different and the athlete looks dramatically different, both are very degrading on the body. They actually damage tremendous amounts of muscle fibers, muscle cells. So these types of extreme sports, both bodybuilding and ultra-endurance sports, again marathons, require even more protein. And for this amount, the scientific community is comfortable in recommending about 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So again, if you look at your hand, that's 1.5 hands. Okay, it's easy. I'm a very visual person. I don't want to weigh my food. I'm lazy. I want something that's easy, convenient, and tastes good, and I want to be able to see how much I need. So for me, I always think about how much hand of protein I need. Again, it's high quality. What we're looking for is, again, protein that contains all 9 of the essential amino acids. We're looking for very low cholesterol and very low fat. Well, it's interesting. Herbalife understood what high quality protein was from the very beginning. Primarily, our protein comes from soy, which again contains all 9 of the essential amino acids. That's quite rare in the plant world. Most plants do not contain all 9 of the essential amino acids, but soy does. No cholesterol, very low in fat. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the carbohydrates for fuel at about 55 to 60% in a shake, and that's very important before the event and immediately after the event. You also get the high quality protein because it hits all 3 of those definitions. 9 essential amino acids, low cholesterol, no cholesterol, low fat, in an easy, convenient, taste good form. One thing, the key, though, in using the shake for athletes is what you mix it with. Immediately before the event and immediately post-exercise or after the event or training session, you mix it with juice. 1.5 hours after the exercise bout, the bout of exercise, the training day or the competition, you mix it in some sort of fruit or juice, or either fruit or beverage that contains protein, such as milk or yogurt. All right. Now, again, we can use our NRG and our thermal beverage during the event. Fine, but I encourage you, don't go over the recommended amounts, especially if you're an athlete that is subject to anti-doping regulations. One thing I'm really fond of is the herbal concentrate. It's very, very rich in green tea. One of the primary ingredients is green tea. And green tea has been shown to have high amounts of antioxidant nutrients. And that leads us into the final component of feeding our body. It's reducing recovery time. Now, that's part of the repairing process, absolutely. When you drink your protein shake, I would also encourage you to eat antioxidant nutrients. Certainly, if you want to add some of your herbal concentrate into your shake at the end for extra antioxidant nutrients, that's fine. But really important to actually, for the countries that have Schisanda and Rose Ox, one or the other or both, eat your antioxidant nutrients. Antioxidant nutrients have been well researched in the field of sports nutrition. They're very well supported by the scientific community. You think about it. You and I are breathing in a lot of oxygen just standing here or sitting here. But an athlete breathes in tremendous more amounts of oxygen than an average non-athletic person. When we breathe in oxygen through our metabolic processes, we actually pull it apart, creating free radicals. These are free radicals associated with oxygen. Now, you and I are doing it. That's why it's so important for us to eat our fruit and vegetables. For an athlete, they breathe in tons more oxygen than we do. They not only need to eat their fruit and vegetables every day, and remember that's 5 to 9 every day, but they also should supplement with antioxidant nutrients, again, to help deactivate or nullify some of these free radicals from the tremendous amounts of oxygen they're breathing in. Now, antioxidants play other roles. Reducing free radicals from oxygen. More oxygen, more free radicals. More free radicals, we need more antioxidants. But there's another field of research, and again, it has to do with reducing recovery time. Now, don't exaggerate and say, if you eat antioxidants, you can increase your performance, because that's not something that the scientific community has come to a conclusion on. But they have very well support the very strong theory in that extra antioxidant nutrients assist in pulling off the lactic acid off of the muscle belly. If we can remove the lactic acid quicker, then the muscle cell doesn't have to repair itself as much. So it can actually repair itself quicker because it's not as damaged. Once it's repaired, then it's most receptive to refueling, because it's just like a gasoline tank or petrol tank in our car. If there's a hole in it, we have to repair the hole first before we can put more petrol into the car. It will leak and go out and not ever be stored. So our muscles have to repair themselves before we can actually store efficiently more carbohydrate or muscle glycogen. So antioxidant nutrients, in addition to reducing some of the free radicals from all the extra oxygen they're breathing, has been shown through scientific research to assist in reducing recovery time. So I hope you can use some of this information for yourself as active Herbalife people, and for the athletes you know and the teams you know. And as time is very precious, I want to thank you for sharing your time with me and for tuning in to HBN. I'll see you real soon. Goodbye.